Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to another battle renovation arranged by havanasims. And if you are returning, welcome back. I have the rules up on the screen. Havana did the actual build. It does go up on the gallery as a house. And so here we go. The kitchen is either poorly designed or poorly decorated. Either way, it's a hot mess and we must fix it. The last owner didn't comment on what they were going for, and the new ones have no idea what they want to do. Here is what they do know. They needed us to use the 3 paintings that were left behind, which I will show on the screen. And we had to keep those in the build, and we had to use the colors in it. And those colors were white and green. And those are the only colors we were supposed to use, and that included wallpaper and flooring. The new owners love plants, so we had to make sure to make her green heart happy. And there is a platform in the build, and that had to stay. It was optional to leave the dividing walls that are there up. I chose not to do that because I prefer open spaces. Usually my kitchens are open to the living space, but in this case, obviously it is a separate room. So I have the details of who is participating up on the screen, and as always, we'll have links to their channels down below, as well as the playlist when it's available. And the gallery hashtag was KitchenReno1 for what we put on the gallery. I know Havana's original build doesn't have that hashtag, but you can find it under her gallery ID. I show a screenshot on the screen, and come check out Havana's Twitch to see the tours of how everybody did. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern later today, June 19th. So let's get into the actual renovation. And there was the before, and I'm putting those pictures in the inventory because I actually did move someone on the lot so that nothing disappeared when I placed it before I even placed this lot. And then I'm just sort of getting rid of those walls, like I said. And we were allowed to change the windows. I did keep the 3 of the windows, and I don't show it here, but one of the extra windows that I don't keep, I keep in this renovation. I change it to a door later, and there was a door on the left-hand side. Somehow when I placed it, that is something that didn't stay, but I added a door back in there. And so you can see that I put green on the platform, and I put white tile flooring down below. And then I don't use this wallpaper very much, but I thought it was appropriate for the theme. I tried my best to stick with that white and green. There are a few things where the filter shows them as green, but I think they have some additional colors in with them. But, I tried. And Tiny Living Dream Home Decorator came in very handy because you can see I used that cooktop there, and I also used the oven, and then I used the shelving from it. Though the actual counters are from Island Living. This build is not a limited packs build. It used a lot of different packs. But I'm already trying to just go with green and white. I didn't want to limit myself even further with limiting the packs too. So there, I really like using those as cupboards above because you can put a lot of clutter, and I'm not usually one to add a lot of clutter, but they're kind of fun. They hold a lot of different things that sometimes I found awkward to put on the counters without new objects. So there I'm putting in a door, and you can see those are the pictures we had to keep in this build, but I put them over to the side, and I used a different picture, as you can see, over the table. So this isn't really because I sped it up and stuff, it doesn't really take that long. Probably putting out the clutter took me almost as long as it did to decide on the layout. But it's just a square room, and there's not really very much to do. I'm sure if I would have left those walls up, it probably would have been taken a lot longer for the layout. But like I said, much prefer things to be open. But of course, the other thing I did do, which I don't show me doing, but I will show screenshots at the end, is I built a whole house to go with this kitchen. So it's not a big house because it's not a big lot that this is on. It's a 20 by 15 lot. So the version that Havana put on the gallery is centered on the lot. But when I was doing it, I actually already placed it in the location that it would fit with the rest of the house. And it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in the end, which will also be on the gallery. And it's called Greensleeves. So that's there. And that little orange type tree, it ends up getting taken out because I put a door to go outside so that you don't have to walk all the way through the house to take the garbage out. You can go out the side door to get to the garbage. That's kind of what I was thinking of. And yeah, so I use limited remove objects. I did use it for that. And where I put that island initially was too far back, so I ended up moving it off camera and then adding a little bit of clutter. So we're going to end up now with some before and after screenshots, obviously starting with the top down, and then some angled ones. These ones were also taken in build mode, so they're like sort of, you know, not the top down, but from the top-ish angled look, so you can kind of see the before and after and the difference. Now with the house that I added on, I did continue the green and white theme in it, so you will notice that in the screenshots, the couple that are there at the end. Most of the screenshots here are just going to be of the kitchen itself, since that is obviously the focus of this build. But there you have the whole house from the front and the side view, back side view, and you know, the floor plan and whatnot of the house. It isn't very big. There is a completely empty basement. It's not the full size because I only gave them $60,000 to do the kitchen and the build, so it was a little bit limited when you're putting all that clutter in. So here are the details again of the original that was on the gallery. If you want to try in your hand at renovating it, you know, you could try and leave the walls in if you wanted to. It's a little bit of a maze. Or you could take them out like I did, but the key was green and white and leaving the platform in and using those 3 pictures, making sure that they're in the build in the end. And there is my version that is on the gallery, and I did add a roof. Essentially, it's the mirror of the roof that is going to be there in the full house. And there, if you're interested in actually having that kitchen as part of a house, there's the house. I used a lot of packs, even more packs in the house than I did in the kitchen because, you know, as I was, like I said, trying to continue that green and white theme mostly throughout it. I know there's like a kids room with bunk beds, and I was like, the kids a little bit, there's not their favorite colors necessarily. It's still pretty white, but there's a little bit of pink and blue because I had a mom and a daughter, but there would be room for a couple and 2 kids in it because there are bunk beds in there. So don't forget to go and vote because this is a battle. I will have the link to the voting down below as soon as I have it, as again, I will have a link to the playlist so you can go see what everybody else did with the renovation. And the voting, my estimate is that it's due Tuesday, June 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern. I have not seen it yet, but that is generally when it is. So definitely go over and vote. Leave a comment down below if you do the renovation, and if you want to share some pictures of it, you can either tweet them at me or you can come join my Facebook group and show them to me there. Details of my Facebook group and my Twitter are down below. But that is going to be it for this video. Leave a like if you like the video. It really helps with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!